people to really understand why they're choosing to use it, rather than just saying, "Oh, this is had a brilliant sales pitch, and this is what this is what I should be using." Like, why have you chosen to do things in this way?
Comes down to what outcomes are you really seeking, right? What is it you want? Start with what you want to achieve and why it's important, and then design a system that will get you to that point. Now, less solves a very specific problem, as do some of the other things, right? But if that's not your problem, then it's probably not your solution, which is another conversation that we need to have early on. So it is one of many approaches to give you an outcome or a certain set of outcomes, which I think are incredibly valuable. But it's not the only thing out there.
Yeah, and just because we think they're valuable doesn't mean that they are from other people's perspectives. I think that's one of the challenges, is that we, and I use the term very broadly, we as an agile community, we as coaches or consultants, do think that people often care about the same things that we do. And sometimes we don't put enough effort in to really validate that and understand, okay, well, maybe they think something different. Or perhaps they've chosen to use different language, which on the face of it seems to contradict what we believe in, but is really the same. There is a large element of having to relinquish one's ego. Anyway.
And so you're absolutely right. Take the example efficiency versus agility, right? Like, if you want to get something from A to B, and A to B is known and the path is known, right? Then you want to do that for as little money as possible, like stick it on a big container ship. Efficient. If the path isn't known, or if you don't know what the destination is, and you're going to have to zigzag around and dodge cannons that are landing in the sea, right? Then you probably want to be on something nimbler, like a flotilla of speedboats, on a speedboat, right? Which is going to be incredibly inefficient, but it's going to be much nimbler, and it might avoid those cannons, and then it will end up in the right place. Now, both are valid options now under different circumstances. But if you want more agility, you have to give up some efficiency. And if you want more efficiency, you have to give up some agility. And what we talk about is we want this, but what we don't talk about is therefore you need to give up this. And so you don't have that conversation up front, and you're talking about these patterns, these team structures, and people will say, but that's really inefficient. And we'll say, well, yeah, but you said you wanted to be agile. You didn't say you wanted to be efficient. They're different things. So which is it? And I think for me, that was a big realization. In order to achieve something, you've got to give up something. Or achieve one property, you give up another property or set of properties. It's trade-offs. Just like when you buy a car, you have a fast, maneuverable car, or you have a car that's practical and safe and has space for your 19 bikes that your kids want to bring along, and all of these other things. But you don't get both. I believe me, that you can either have a double buggy in the back or you can have street cred. I have the former. So you need to give up something to get something else. This is really important. And if people don't value that thing, they won't give it up.
And just because you take 19 bikes doesn't mean they're actually going to ride any of them, it turns out.
I only have 2 children, just for the record. So 2 bikes is enough.
I've taken 2 bikes for my 2 children many places, and many times have the bikes never been ridden. But
no, why not? But it was there.
It was
if they
there.
wanted to, and that's what counts.
I try and be a good dad. Anyway, thank you for that, Karim.